she says, "Hey, I'm working here."
I know.
And she wasn't concerned at all about being tied to the chair or being tortured. And
No.
she showed why a couple of minutes later, where she breaks free and then beats up all these bad guys. It was great. I mean, it was a great scene. So
I know.
the potential is there, but I was kind of let down by the most recent one too.
Mm-hmm. And the Doctor Strange, there's been one Doctor Strange movie?
Doctor Strange.
And that was, it was good. It was really
Yeah,
good.
no, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really good. Great character development. And
Mm-hmm.
Doctor Strange is an interesting guy, and he ends up commanding magic.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a big deal wizard.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got an interesting cast in this one, too. Elizabeth Olsen.
Okay.
One of the Olsen sisters. She's in the Marvel universe as I think she's the Red Witch. But she'll be in this. I can't pronounce him. Tweedle Ejiofor. This is an amazing name. Anyway, he's a well-known actor too. Benedict Wong, who's famous because of the first Doctor Strange movie. He plays kind of a sidekick role. And Rachel McAdams.
Oh, yes.
Who plays Doctor Strange's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like also Patrick Stewart.
John Krasinski, Charlize Theron.
Wow.
And Anson Mount all have cameos in this. And the reason that they have cameos, Patrick Stewart, of course, we know him from the X-Men. And Disney has captured Marvel Comics, or the Marvel universe. Mm-hmm. Disney has also now captured the
yes.
Patrick Stewart.
With the X-Men and
right.
all of that.
Captured the X-Men, and now has also captured the Fantastic Four.
Oh, wow.
John Krasinski plays Keith Richards. Keith Richard is the head of the Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. So now we've got the regular Marvel people, we've got the Avengers, we've got the Fantastic Four, and we've got the X-Men, all controlled by the same film company, Disney.
Yes.
And that's why they have to go to the Multiverse of Madness, because there are so many characters. This is so big, so grand, so all-encompassing, so sweeping in its scope, that they have to go to the Multiverse of Madness just to contain all of these characters.
So I can see why you said, and why everyone is saying, this is going to be a really big movie.
Epic. And I looked up the prognosticators this morning before I came in, and the prognosticators prognosticate that this movie will take in $1.1 billion. That's what they're projecting.
Wow.
So when you spend $200 million, bring in $1.1 billion, well, okay, you're going to make some money here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those are crazy numbers.
Yeah, I mean, it must be fun to be in the film business, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, not all films are as successful as this one is projected to be.
Yes.
Of course, it hasn't happened yet. And just a kind of an interesting side note on this. That's a lot of money if you consider that nobody in China is going to see it.
Really? Well, why is that?
This is the 5th time in a row the Chinese Communist Party has decided not to let a Marvel Universe film be shown in China.
Wow.
5th in a row. 5. Bing, 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 bing.
Wow.
And as you know, everybody knows that China is an enormous film reservoir of film goers.
Yeah.
People in China like to go to the movies. I don't blame them. If I lived in China, I'd want to go to the movies.
Well, yeah. I wonder what that does then for Marvel, for the Marvel movies. I mean,
It makes it tough, man.
It makes it, but also I would imagine it creates like a really strong desire for people in that country to want to see it. And you're talking a ton of people.
Yeah.
So
billion people.
I wonder, black market or getting their hands on it somehow.
Oh yeah, there's absolutely. There's an enormous underground black market in films in China.
Wow.
So
yeah.
it's not that people are not going to see it there.
Yeah.
People are not going to see it in theaters.
In theaters.
And Disney's not going to get any revenues from it whatsoever.
Oh wow. Golly, yeah. So like a whole underground Marvel movement in China.
Yeah.
To see the recent or the newest Marvel movies.
Yeah, and China's been for a very long time, and it continues to this day, a huge center for what the movie industry refers to as piracy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People making illegal copies of the movie and not providing any revenue to the people who spent, in this case, $200 million to make it.
Wow.
And then you just steal the content. That's not very nice.
Mm-hmm. So if they're projecting 1.1 billion, and if it was released in China,
you got to figure another
close to 50?
400. Well, another 400 million, 500 million maybe in China.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Shoot.
And I don't know exactly what their Chinese Communist Party's beef is. But assumedly there's something in the movie that they don't like.
Tony Stark.
I'm sorry?
Tony Stark.
Oh.
I would have to say Tony Stark.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, they probably don't like him.
well,
I don't know.
no, I mean that's certainly possible.
Look at the one, the character that pisses off the most people.
Tony Stark.
Tony Stark.
Huh.
He probably, yeah.
He's so clever.
I know he is.
He's a great, quipster too.
Yeah. Well, a movie.
Anyway,
Yeah.
PG-13.
Yeah.
There's no naked people in this.
Mhm.
There's no really bad words, but there's a lot of gory stuff.
No,
This
okay.
is the first time that a Marvel comic universe film has been presented as a horror flick.
Oh.
Usually they're either
Like action adventure.
action adventure, sci-fi, or
Yeah.
sci-fi action adventure.
Yeah.
All of that mushed together. But this time they're saying this is a horror film.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Huh.
Charlize Theron
Yeah.
has a little role in it too, a little cameo.
Mm-hmm.
We should talk about the director too, and the composer,
Mm-hmm.
Danny Elfman.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. He's
Yeah.
done so much.
132 compositions for the movies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you've seen a movie, you've probably seen or heard
Danny
Danny Elfman's theme song.
Yeah. Brother to Jenna Elfman, a popular actress in the 80s, 90s.
Huh.
Jenna Elfman.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And Sam Raimi is the director.
Mm-hmm.
He's recently, in this century,
Mhm.
he's done a couple of Spider-Man movies that have been quite successful. Another part of the Marvel universe. But close to my heart, he did the fabulous trilogy, the Evil Dead trilogy with Bruce Campbell. And those were just great movies. Very funny. Bruce Campbell's got a knack for film humor, and they were zombie movies, so I mean, just terrifically good for me all the way around.
There you go. So again, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness starts today.
Yeah,
at
but
1
this
o'clock.
is 1 o'clock. This is the 28th Marvel Universe movie.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
And I can remember when I was in elementary school, reading comic books that were penned by not Bruce Lee, Stan Lee. Stan Lee, yeah. So Stan Lee had just a fabulous long career as a comic book guy. But when he decided to release these things into the movie world, holy smokes, did he make money. He recently passed on to his reward, but he must have been just enormously wealthy at the end of that, because that was his, he owned it.
Yes.
That was his thing.
Wow. So, a movie that isn't banned in China. That is
by the way, this banned also in Saudi Arabia.
In Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a reference to lesbians in the movie.
And so Saudi
wanted Disney to snip out 12 seconds. Disney told them to stuff it.
Yeah. So not nearly the market as China. So
no,
not even close.
But it's hot there. I bet people like to go to air-conditioned theaters.
Yeah, I imagine. Huh. Yeah. A movie though, The Northman, also in theaters, rated R, and showtimes 1, 4, and 7. And did you get a chance to see The Northman?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
No, too much going on.
Too much going on. But The Northman, how has that been doing in the box office?
Well, it's yet to find its feet, I guess.
Okay.
Spent $80 million to make it. 44 million returned at the box office, and by the way I figure it, only 22 million of that 44 will go to the producers. So I figure they have to double the money at the box office over their budget in order to break even. And it's too bad. I don't know if these guys are going to be able to do much. It's been out for a couple of weeks now, so too bad. Ethan Hawke's in it. Anya Taylor Joy is in this, and Anya Taylor Joy is a young actress, but she's been in some really terrific movies. We saw her just recently in a movie called Last Night in Soho, set in England, and it's a time travel, kind of a weird time travel murder mystery deal. It's a very unusual movie, but really cool. And she part of it is in current time, and part of it is in Soho, which is a entertainment district, I guess you might say, in London. And part of it is in Soho in the 60s, and part of it is in current time. Very interesting movie. She was also in Glass, where she's captured by a maniac. Her and some other young teenage girls, and kept chained up for most of the movie. Anyway, I like her. Anya Taylor Joy. Also, hard for me to pronounce, but Bjork.
Bjork, yes.
Lady that sings dressed as a swan. I haven't seen much of her lately. I don't follow her musical career, but she used to be every place. She's one of the very few Icelandic people that has made it on the world stage, or gained fame on the world stage, I guess.
Yeah.
And Nicole Kidman. So I don't know why this isn't churning out lots of people going to see it. Of course, I haven't either. So there you are.
Yeah.
It's R-rated. So I think there's lots. It's a Viking movie. So lots of gore. Lots of gore. People getting chopped to shreds and whatnot.
And another movie that I believe started last week, Memory.
Yep. Boy, oh boy, let's hope that this is the end of the long tragic series of movies made by Liam Neeson. It's only brought in $4 million, so people are absolutely done with going to see Liam Neeson play the same character over and over and over and over.
Somebody that is something happened to him, and he has to exact revenge.
Yep.
And he goes out and just kills people and.
Yep, beats them up, shoots them,
And
throws them off bridges.
Yep.
All that stuff.
And end of the movie.
And then exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
$4 million is like zip in the movie world.
Yeah. No, that is. It's and how much to make
I
that?
don't know.
Oh,
They were
wow.
not fessing up to that.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, let me see. They aren't.
But we've talked about the situation many times because he keeps making these movies and we have to talk about them. But he really hasn't had a financially successful movie since the Taken series.
Yes. Yeah.
And they were fun. They were stupid, didn't make any sense, but they were fun to watch in the same way that the Keanu Reeves movies are fun to watch. Even though they don't make any sense, but they're fun.
Yeah. So according to a verified source.
Oh, a verified source.
This is straight off of Google, Andy. So
Uh-huh.
come on now. The production budget for Liam Neeson's cult action thriller. That's how it's being
Okay.
touted. Memory is an estimated $30 million.
Oh no! Oh, too bad.
But there are no signs the film will collect more than $30 million domestically.
Yeah,
I don't even think
nobody
it'll
likes.
close to $30 million.
No, nobody in Bangladesh is going to watch this movie. It's too American.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh man, boy, producers really went nuts on this one.
So Blacklight, that had a $43 million budget and did $15 million. At the
That
box
sounds
office.
about right.
So yeah, not too good here. Two kind of stinkers in a row.
Yeah, and if you go back, there's been a whole big long line of stinkers. The one thing though that makes this one kind of fun is he has the character in the movie has he's a professional killer.
Yeah.
So he's very good at killing people, but he's got early onset of Alzheimer's, so he keeps forgetting what he's doing. He can't remember where he's at. It's dangerous.
Just a tad. I guess it is a realistic scenario. You look at how many people that are affected by neurological disorders, dementia, Alzheimer's. So theoretically, this could happen.
Sure.
I
guess if a hitman
realistic.
lives long enough,
he
might fall into this situation.
So if you're intrigued by this movie, Memory,
But we haven't spoken very well about
yes,
this. Not encouring people to rush to the theater.
But don't listen just to us.
Read my review.
Yeah. The show times are 1:15, 4:15, and 7:15 on that, and then also,
and we haven't talked about Sonic 2.
Yeah, a couple kids movies, Sonic 2, Hedgehog, and also The Bad Guys.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple PG movies.
Yeah, these
now.
are just plain PG, both of those too.
Oh,
so,
PG. Yeah.
So they're suitable for I don't know if they're old enough to go to the theaters, they can watch them.
Yeah. So a couple PG movies.
And sometimes I don't think it's the case with either of these, but sometimes PG movies are fun for grown-ups too. I don't know about these two, but Sonic 2, $100 million budget, which kind of that staggers me that they can spend that much money on animation, but there you are. But brought in, it's the only one that's profitable here of our ones on offer this week, at $326 million. So it's made a nice pile of money for the people that made it. And as sometimes happens in animated movies, and I don't really understand this because bringing in major movie stars to do the voices. Assumedly, you have to pay them major movie star rates. But we have Idris Elba, Jim Carrey, and James Marsden doing some of the voices. And these are all big name people. James Morrison, we're talking about the X-Men, and he played Cyclops in the X-Men series. And he's known for doing kind of rom-com things. He was in 27 Dresses and Enchanted. Just a staggeringly good-looking guy. And here he is doing voices where all you can do is hear him. Jim Carrey, not really making live-action movies anymore. He's hugely wealthy now, and he's just not interested in doing movies anymore. And Idris Elba is kind of at the height of his career. He's doing all kinds of stuff. Again, Idris Elba is in Marvel, the Marvel Universe. He plays unaccountably, because Idris Elba is an English guy, but he's black, and he plays one of the demigods in the Thor movies. So you've got Scandinavian black demigods, I guess, but Idris Elba is just a great actor, one of my favorites, and here he is doing voices. And why this is a PG movie, so it's made for people like 4 to 8 maybe, and they are not going to know who any of these actors are.
So no.
So that's a complete waste of resources.
You would think it is, but they do. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. They continue to do it, so it must work.
Well, it certainly worked in this case.
Yeah, and so looking at it, box office, 90 million, over 90 million. Is that what you have?
No. 326 worldwide.
326 worldwide. Wow. And then cost to make, I had, this says 70 million, 69 million?
I got 100.
100 million? Okay.
Yeah, we're still on Sonic 2, right?
No, looking at...
you're on Bad Guys?
I'm sorry, Bad Guys.
Yeah, okay, Bad Guys, I have 75 to make it and 130 at the box office.
Wow. So both movies, I mean, Sonic...
well, Bad Guys is heading in the right direction, and it hasn't been out as long.
Yeah. And it's the same concept, though. The characters, the voices.
I don't know if anybody famous in Bad Guys, but...
Bad Guys cast. Let's see who's in there. It has to be somebody. Sam Rockwell.
Yeah. Okay.
You're like, yeah. That's about it. You're right. Not Craig Robinson. Not a big. Not like the other ones. Right. Yeah. So, and that's a good example. So,
Rockwell's a perfectly fine actor, but he's not a big name.
Yeah. So, do you think? I guess Sonic, what it has going for it is, I wonder also if they feel like with some of these movies and like Sonic, where they need to bring in the big actors because it's a pretty popular, game, or it's been out there for a long time. I don't know. I live in Payson. I don't live in Hollywood, so the intricacies of these. It might be that they're friends.
Yeah. That they play golf with the producers. I mean, honestly, I don't know.
Because then you have a movie like Sing and Sing 2.
Yeah, that was just chock a block with famous people.
Yeah, and then it does incredible.
Yeah. So.
Well, who takes the little ones to those movies? It is the parents. So maybe
parents and grandparents. You're right.
Yeah, the parents and grandparents. Are drawn in by those big names, and they're like, "Hey, here we go. We're gonna go see this," and
if I'm gonna go sit through a PG movie, I might as well hear Matthew McConaughey singing as a gorilla. That'd be fun.
I know. It's that is odd though. It is odd, but it seems like golly, the bigger animated movies with the bigger names make the bigger bucks.
Yeah. Yep. There seems to be a correlation there.
Yeah.
One last movie here.
Yeah.
This week we have The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Nick Cage.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage playing Nick Cage.
Nicolas Cage playing Nick Cage.
Yeah, and again, this is one that as much fun as it was to watch for me, and I think for the other 9 people that saw it, it's not been embraced by the public. So they're 18 million at the box office and $30 million to make it. This is not doing Nicolas Cage's career a bit of good.
Yeah.
And it was a fun movie. I mean, it's stupid, but that doesn't, if you're having a comedy, it doesn't need to make sense. It just has to be funny.
Yeah.
And it had a lot of funny stuff in it, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's I don't know, some of the quirky movies like that. It's hard, I think.
Comedies are tough to make, and not often very successful.
Yeah.
I was just trying to cast about in my mind to think of a successful comedy here in recent years, and I'm hard pressed to think of one.
Yeah. It's 10:35. I know. Better get back on the air here. I know. Hey, we'll get back on the air and keep chatting a little bit online. Also child here outside, so doing that too. Texting here. And trying to stay up with people watching on Facebook too. So, yeah. Tim Greer.
Is Cliff watching?
No, don't see Cliff watching.
Did Mr. Tim say something?
He did not.
Oh.
He did not.
But he was looking in.
Watching. I know. I think he's just excited to go see Bad Guys today.
No. He's going to see Doctor Strange with me, I think.
Well, hey, let's get back to the music here on the radio. Got some Cars, Avett Brothers.
I like the Cars.
Cake, James Taylor, and more. Just a nice...
I like James Taylor, too.
Yeah, eclectic mix here on KRIM. But first, an update from the National Weather Service.
Are we on?
Yeah, we are on. I got on there, and there we go. That is on, and I just have to adjust this a little bit and get this to where it needs to be. Just do that right there. Sorry, Huey Lewis in the news.
I like him too.
You gotta go.
Did you see that movie he did with Gwyneth Paltrow called Duets?
Vaguely familiar.
Jeez, that was just a wonderful movie.
That was like an 80s movie?
No, it's more it's like,
more recent?
Yeah, it's in this century.
Gotcha.
Huey Lewis plays a singer, and Gwyneth Paltrow is his daughter. And they go to karaoke nights where they have prizes, where there's prize money for the winners.
Yeah.
And they sing duets, and the music is just great. Gwyneth Paltrow, it turns out, is actually quite an accomplished singer. And then the whole story of the musician father. And all the issues that you might think of that go along with that, and then the now adult daughter. Really great emotional connections there, and wonderful music. Kind of a small movie, but a really satisfying one.
Yeah, and what was that one called again?
Duets, I think.
Duets.
And I can't think of any other movies that Huey Lewis has been in. But,
a 2000 film, so it's 2000.
Okay,
Just
so that's
right
just
there.
barely in this
barely
century.
in this century. Yeah, Huey Lewis, Paul Giamatti,
Oh, really? I didn't remember that he's in it.
Michael Bublé,
Don't know who that is.
the singer Michael Bublé, real crooner voice.
I'm unhip.
Oh yeah, no, he's not. Well, I don't know if he's hip, but Brent Butt.
See, I think that the music that was recorded in 1972 is new.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. So, Duet, movie cast, and yeah, songs. So, Huey Lewis songs. Betty Davis Eyes. Gwyneth Paltrow does Betty Davis Eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Cruising. Just My Imagination.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the two of them singing together, Cruisin' and Just My Imagination, are really, really wonderfully well done songs.
Yeah. Very sure. So, yeah, it does look like a really good soundtrack. And decent ratings. Let's see. Audience score 49%.
See, not everybody liked it as well as I did.
No. Tomato meter 21.
Oh no! Oh.
It, they didn't like it that much either. But,
no, that's too bad. I thought it was just great.
Yeah, but it sounds good. I mean, a collection of disparate but equally damaged characters is traveling to Omaha, Nebraska to perform in a karaoke competition with a grand prize of $5,000. I mean, it sounds funny. You just see, yeah. But, the ratings, a mixed bag all in all, but we're seeing.
Yeah, that's
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Duets surprises like the occasional singers who can actually hit a note.
There we go.
So, yeah.
But yeah, a couple of years ago, we got a new version of can't remember now. What's the one? Barbra Streisand did a version of it.
A song?
No, the movie.
Was it a while ago?
Yeah, well, the Barbra Streisand movie was
Beaches?
no in the last century, and this one was. 10 years ago.
Let me see, movies.
Birth of a Career. A Star is Born.
A Star is Born?
Yeah, A Star is Born. And that also chock full of just great music. And altogether a very satisfying movie, although, of course, the story is heartbreaking. You know, the guy is...
Oh, what? So she did the film, in 76.
Yeah.
A Star is Born, and then it was redone. Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's about a young Inogé songstress who is taken under the wing and falls in love with her mentor, who is been in the business a long time and is just broken as a human being, and they have a brief incandescent love affair, and then tragedy unfolds, and she goes on to be a big star, and he, I won't give it away, but he doesn't go with her.
So
but, you know, great music and tragic story.
So this is interesting. The 2018 version of A
Yes.
Star is Born. Looking this up, would you guess
Oh,
that
I'll be closest this week, won't I?
You will be, so that isn't going to be the question. Yeah. Can you guess who is going to get closest to the percentage? No. Would you guess that it would have a higher score, a higher audience score, or tomato meter score? A Star is Born.
Oh, I think it'll have a very high audience score.
That's
higher than Tomato Meter.
I would have thought that as well. It doesn't. An audience score of 79.
That's too low.
And a tomato meter score of 90.
That's more reasonable.
I think that, to me, I would flip that. I would think that the audience would be 90, and
maybe because it was sad.
And people didn't want it to be sad. They didn't want the ending to be the way it was.
No, they should have changed it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, they should have?
Oh, yeah. They should have changed it so that everybody is happy at the end.
No, it was, that's what, it was a great movie. And, wow, Andrew Dice Clay in that movie. Forgot Andrew Dice Clay.
I don't remember him being in there.
Yeah, Lorenzo was his character. But, that really surprised me, that the audience score is lower than the tomato meter. Wow. Huh. Well,
there's another in the long string of absolutely smashing movies by Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper movies, his Hangover movies, Silver Lining
Playbook. Yeah. For a while there, he and Jennifer Lawrence were every year were getting nominated for movies that they appeared in together, including Silver Linings Playbook. And that voice, Silver Linings Playbook, was a great movie, unusual, kind of out of the normal stream of things. But wow, great movie.
In Joker, in Licorice Pizza, Guardians of the Galaxy.
He's a voice in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
He's the raccoon guy.
But
Licorice Pizza was another one. Got a very sideways movie in it. He played an unappealing character. I would put it that way. But geez, that was really a neat movie, though. One of those low budget gems.
A lot of A Dog's Purpose. All About Steve. Yes Man. A lot of movies.
Yeah.
A lot of movies. So, yeah.
And Guardians of the Galaxy, he'll be back. I hope, anyway.
Yeah.
There's a new Guardians movie coming.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow. When is that supposed to be out?
Pretty soon, I think they're making it right now, I think.
Huh.
Might even be done. Just, slapping the last coat of paint on it.
Volume 3, 2023.
Okay.
It shows May 5th.
Okay, so about a year from now.
A year.
Yeah.
A year from now. Let's see, cast.
Give us a reason to hang in there one more year so we can see that movie.
Bradley Cooper, Rocket.
Good.
Sylvester Stallone in there, and the Mantis character, she's funny. The one with the little antenna.
Yeah.
She's funny.
What's her name?
Palm Clementif.
Yeah.
Sean Gunn, Dave Bautista. Yeah.
Dave Bautista was just in Dune.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he played the Beast Raban, and it was just absolutely brutal.
Zoe Saldana.
Yeah. Boy, she has been in some of the highest grossing movies of all time.
Idris Elba.
See, there you are.
He's
everywhere.
Vin Rames is in this one. Michael Rooker.
He's back? They killed him last time. How can he be back?
I don't know, but
They killed him, and they had a great.
The send-off, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he's just like a memory. So it could be like a flashback and, a memory.
Or they could do like they did Black Widow, and they say, well, we don't care if she's dead. Should we make it another Black Widow movie?
And Vin Diesel, the voice of Groot. Groot, yeah.
And then, that's another one. Why would you pay Vin Diesel to do Groot when you could have had, some guy do it and probably be just as effective?
Yeah, maybe
it doesn't make any sense to me.
Maybe it's like in the whole promotion. So if you have Vin Diesel promoting the movie, you're gonna probably get some extra moviegoers versus if you have some guy.
Yeah.
How can some guy promote the movie and be like, "Hey, I'm Groot." Okay, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Who cares?
Yeah, where Vin Diesel is like, "Hey, I'm Groot," and and then
I am Groot.
Yeah, I would imagine that's maybe one of the benefits.
Yeah,
one of the benefits.
I'm sure it is.
Promoting, because obviously they want the movie to do well.
Mm-hmm.
They want the character to, people to like the character and fall in love with the different characters. So they're putting everything into it. And when you do tours, I guess if you do tours to promote the movie, and it's just like if you had a group of just regular people or people that no one really
not
knew,
famous people.
not famous, it couldn't promote it as well.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And Palm, whatever her last name was, she's also has a recurring character in Jumanji.
Oh. Huh.
She looks way different in Jumanji. No antennas.
Yeah. She has been Mission Impossible 8, Hackers Game, Mission Impossible movie. She's been in those. Guardians of the Galaxy, Thunder Force. That movie wasn't that good.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah. Suicide Squad. She was in there. Huh.
So she's out there.
She's out there. A lot of movies I have never heard of.
Yeah. But I really like her character as Mantis.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. She does a good job. Well, hey, I think Pam needs to get out of here, so DJ Pam, you can come in and get on the radio here soon. So guys, get out to the movies. Go watch a movie today or this weekend. Doctor Strange.
She's going to be a big one.
Going to be a big movie. So there you go. Have fun. Enjoy. Thank you, Andy.
Yep. Okay, Chris. See you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.